Girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. George is here, definitely. And today's going to be what are they hiding? Okay, so that could be any kind of area of your life. Let's not be triggered. You just tarot, as I always say. Okay, so two parts we develop, and then we do we do measure again. Right, 1, 2, 1, 2. So part number one, why they're hiding? Well, the moon, they're definitely hiding, right? The lovers. Knight of Pentacle. Damn. Oof. Okay, so yeah, the moon, a lot of things are under the water. Okay, but the good news is they're going to be revealed. If there's any lie, is there anything that they want to kind of sneak in, something like this, and everything's going to be found out because the light of the moon is going to bring, you know, all those things to the surface, and we're going to see everything. Okay, so if they lie, if they, you know, trying to hide something, they're going to be found out. The lovers, it could very much be that inevitably it could be a third party, there's three people in that picture, or it could be that they have feeling for you as a soulmate, right? Let's not be negative, right? Knowing as well that the moon can be very romantic, okay? So let's not forget. Knight of Pentacle, regardless if it's a third party, regardless if they have feeling for you, they're very slow to come towards you. They're very, very slow. They are the slowest of all the knights, all the messengers. Is it because of their ego? They're afraid? I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. Yeah, they want to restart, but they sound properly because they realize that they're probably going to be found out, or they have been found out. So they try desperately to restart something with you. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, if they have some kind of clarity, if they have some values and principle, why not? But if they're going to restart the same rubbish, you know what I'm saying, right? But they want to rebuild long term as well. And normally the Page of Pentacles is very willing to learn new ways. So, you know, it's okay. Frustration, you think so? Yeah. Frustration because maybe you have enough of that. You've seen them many times. You're quite disappointed, or that could be themselves because they cannot speed up the process. I mean, if they know moving towards you, you know, quickly, of course, it's frustrating, but also because they feel a certain resistance from you as well, possibly. Anyhow, definitely the tower is going to have to be rebuilt and from scratch because those lies, they're coming out. Definitely, we're clearing the air. The foundation of this connection had to be rebuilt from proper foundation this time. Yeah, for me, everything is going to be like out in the open, and that's it. At the end of the day, they probably were, the two things here. They probably see you as very attractive. Queen of Wands, male, female, doesn't matter. Very handsome, you know what I mean. So that could make them feel a little bit like, I don't know how to handle that. And also maybe because you are seen by many people and they don't know how to handle you. Fair enough. Or they don't think they're enough. But at the same time, it could be that you're receiving a lot of attention and they don't like it because it's a part of jealousy. Right. Yeah, so there is an idea of reconnection with the past love. They have the nostalgia, what you used to be, but yeah, but if they mess it up, you know what I mean? They're going to be a nostalgia for a long time. I'm adorable. Excuse me. George, definitely. Yeah. Yes, is a need of purging. I mean, the Tower and Judgment are quite strong cards, major arcana, obviously, but the truth has to come out. They're gonna have to rectify really seriously the attitude and all of it, because you're not gonna have it otherwise. And yes, you can, you know, you can make it work because that big angel is saying that you're protected, but maybe you're protected as a person and not as an association with that person. Maybe you're protected because now you found out the truth and you're not wasting energy anymore in those people. Could be, right? So let's have a major arcana, but what they're hiding is a lot of lies, obviously, and maybe a bit of jealousy, maybe third party. I mean, you name it. Damn. All right, so what do we have? The Child. Yeah, they want to come back towards you strongly. Is it going to be enough for you to reopen the door? I don't know. It's an emperor using a Child. So they're quite determined, and they're normally 4 kings, so that should be enough, you know. But it's up to you, as I say, free will. So pile number 2, where they're hiding. Page of Wands, eh? Queen of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Goodness me, right? Yeah, someone is definitely two-faced. Someone is not saying the truth. Maybe someone doesn't take also responsibility for what they did, or in general. They put their head in the sand, or they put everything under the carpet. They don't want to confront anything. So they just think that, oh yeah, it's going to be fine, going to be sorted by magic, right? Don't think so. You covering your heart, yeah, because you've been hurt or you don't feel safe with that person anymore. So you just like taking your distance. Fair enough. Feeling left in the cold, maybe they feel more in the cold than you do, because you kind of like, you have your conscience for yourself, but you know, it's still in the back of your head, still in the back of your heart, but not as much. For them, it's more a problem. Okay, so there's an idea of process and learning curve. There's a need to grow, both of you in some ways. Maybe do you have to forgive them? Do you have to not forget? Do they have to learn to take responsibility for themselves, switch off their ego and just say sorry, maybe just to start? You receive the fruit of your labor. So again, you know, you leading by example. Are they bothered by that? Because they're two-faced, so maybe they say things, you know, behind your back, but at the same time they cannot help but looking up to you. I don't know. Yeah, King of Cups, you know, you definitely, King or Queen of Cups, you definitely kind of withdraw. You neutral in that place. You had a lot of emotion for that person, but because of that kind of like, I almost want to say nonchalance, in a sense that they're not even aware of what they're doing. They're so like fluffy and so vague and so not backbone in some ways that you can't just trust them. If it could be though that they come with a gift, but you can't buy those kind of things. A gift is not going to cut it, right? It could be a better timing for you both to have an explanation at least, because with that process altogether, you know, eventually after a while, the timing could be correct for you to reconnect. But I feel maybe for the time being, you might have to leave it alone. Yeah, you're very self-sufficient, you take care of yourself, you're grounded, and also you're very different because you're very trustworthy, you're very committed, you're very, you know, down to earth. Very different from that. It doesn't really work together, does it? No. So let's have more. Yeah. Is a possibility though to make it survive in some way. So what they're hiding, I think, is a part of not taking responsibility, maybe lying, maybe saying things in your back, but you are protected. I see more this card as a protection on your side than a connection between you two. I'm gonna double check though. Yeah, they probably feel like you are at that level, the Emperor, and they're not. They're really very far from it. Page of Wands, very different. It can happen, you know, to get from this card to that. It's very rare, very rare. Could be reconciliation eventually, but I think it's going to take a little while because they need to catch up. They need to catch up. The learning curves has to, you know, has to be experienced in some ways. Absolutely. Let's have a major arcana just to see, just to wrap it up as well. Pile number 2, are they hiding? The Chariot. Wow, here we go. Seriously, it's funny at the moment. The cards are coming similar on pile 1 and pile 2. Chariot, yeah, they really want to move forward. Or maybe that's you who decided to move forward, and regardless. And maybe some people you're going to have to leave them behind. So be it. At the end of the day, you're determined to move forward. You're determined to move up, you know, in your life. You just want to not repeat the same thing. And therefore, if someone betrayed you, or someone lied to you, or someone says some nasty thing behind your back, you have no need for those people around you. Move on. Okay? On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.